Ready to master digital marketing and take your clinic to the next level? Whether you're a chiropractor, physical therapist, acupuncturist, or wellness practitioner, you're in the right place. Welcome to the Clinic Marketing Podcast, where we unlock the secrets to attracting more patients and growing your practice. From SEO and website design to social media strategies and the latest in AI, we bring you actionable tips to amplify your online presence, connect with your ideal audience, and outshine the competition. Tune in to stay ahead of the curve and outshine your competition.
Hey there, and welcome back to the Clinic Marketing Podcast. I'm your host, Darcy Sullivan from Propel Marketing and Design. Today, we're diving into one of the easiest and most effective ways to come up with content ideas for your clinic's website, blog, and social media. It's Google's People Also Ask feature. If you've ever typed a question into Google, you've probably noticed a section in the search results called People Also Ask. People also call this section PAA for short. This box contains related questions that real people are searching for. But here's the kicker. This feature is an absolute goldmine for clinic owners like you who want to create content that directly answers your potential patients' questions. So today we're going to cover what the People Also Ask feature is and how it works, how to use it to find endless content ideas for your clinic's website, blog, and social media. We'll go over some examples of how chiropractors, massage therapists, and acupuncturists can leverage this tool, and we'll chat about how to turn these questions into high-ranking SEO content. So grab a notebook, because at the end of this episode, if you follow the steps we chat about, you'll have dozens of content ideas ready to go. Let's get started. All right, so first, what exactly is the People Also Ask box? When you type a question into Google, like, how can a chiropractor help with back pain? You'll often see a box in the search results with other related questions that people are asking. These might be, and keep in mind, as we go through and talk about examples, we're giving examples that could show up. It doesn't mean these are the exact examples you will see if you type in similar search questions. But in the example just given of how can a chiropractor help with back pain, in the People Also Ask section, you might see results like, how many chiropractic sessions do I need for back pain? Can a chiropractor fix posture? Is chiropractic care safe? Now from here, when you click on one of these questions, Google generates even more related questions. You can keep expanding the list and uncovering dozens of patients' questions in just a few minutes. Google is literally telling you what your potential patients want to know. All you have to do is create content that answers these questions. Now that you know what the People Also Ask feature is, let's talk about how you can use it to come up with content ideas. It's pretty simple. Step 1, start with a broad question. Think about your ideal patient and what they might type into Google. Now, if you haven't taken the time to identify your ideal patient, we'll link a resource specifically geared towards that in the resources associated with this episode. We did an episode all about identifying your target audience and how to connect with them better. But back to the example. So step 1, start with a broad question. Think about your ideal patient and what they might type into Google. For example, if you're a chiropractor, it could be, what are the benefits of chiropractic adjustments? If you're a massage therapist, it could be, does massage therapy help with migraines? If you're an acupuncturist, an example for this could be, how does acupuncture help with fertility? Step 2, look at the people also ask questions. Google will show you related questions that real people are searching for. Step 3, click on questions to reveal even more. Each time you click on a question, more related questions will appear. Step 4, and this is the important one, create content around these questions. Once you have a list of 5 to 10 common questions, you'll have tons of topics for blog posts, social media posts, videos and reels, and FAQ section if you have that on your website. Now, let's go through some real-world examples of how clinic owners can use this tool. Example 1, chiropractor. Let's say you search, can a chiropractor help with neck pain? Here's what the people also ask box might. I'm not saying for sure, but it might show something similar to what type of chiropractor is best for neck pain? How many adjustments does it take to fix neck pain? Can chiropractic adjustments cause headaches? Now, each of these questions you could turn into a blog post, like a blog post about how many chiropractic adjustments do you need for neck pain? Or a social media post, like what type of chiropractic care is best for neck pain? Maybe even with a video explaining this. And if you do have an FAQ section on your website, you could address concerns about headaches after adjustments. Maybe you have a FAQ page on your website, or maybe on a headaches page on your website, you could address some of those frequently asked questions. Okay, let's look at 2 more examples. Example 2, let's say you're a massage therapist. Now, let's try using the same process and instead typing in, does massage help with anxiety? Google's people also ask might show something similar to, which type of massage is best for anxiety? Can a massage replace therapy for anxiety? How often should you get a massage for stress relief? Again, you can leverage this and come up with content ideas like a blog post titled, Best Types of Massage for Anxiety and Stress Relief, maybe a social media video about how often should you get a massage for anxiety, and maybe a social media post like an Instagram short clip explaining whether massage can replace therapy. Again, these are just examples. We'll go over one more and then we'll talk about some SEO tips. Sound good? All right. Example 3, if you were an acupuncturist, let's say you go to Google and you type in, does acupuncture work for fertility? Google might suggest the following. How many acupuncture sessions do you need for fertility? What should I expect after acupuncture for fertility? Does acupuncture work for IVF success? Now you could take these and create amazing content. Maybe a blog post called Acupuncture and IVF. Can it boost your success rate? You could create a YouTube video, what to expect after the first acupuncture session for fertility. Maybe a blog post or a Facebook post that shares patient success story about acupuncture and fertility. Now that you've got a handful of ideas for content, how do you make sure that they'll actually rank on Google? Well, you know, on this podcast, we love to talk about SEO. And while this episode isn't geared directly towards SEO, I do want to give you a couple tips and strategies when it comes to using these questions and how to leverage them for SEO. So here are a couple tips. 1, you want to use the exact question as your headline. So if people search for how does acupuncture help with fertility, use that as your exact blog title. Then you want to answer the question immediately. You do not want to bury the answer under a long intro. You want to give the answer in the first 2 sentences. Then, and this is very important, you want to go deeper. So your blog post isn't just that really great title that matches exactly what somebody's searching for in those 1 to 2 sentences. No, you are going to dive deeper into this post, you want to make sure that you go deep. Google prioritizes content that fully answers the question and details research and patient experience. When it makes sense, use bullet points. Google loves structured content, so lists and bullet points help your content rank in search results. Also, you want to add internal links. Linking your content from the blog post that you just created to other relevant pages on your website. If you do this consistently, you'll start to rank higher in Google and bring in more new patients. Now, it's important to note that there are many additional steps that you should take with SEO, and that this one strategy of asking the specific question in the title, answering it at the start of the blog post, and then going into detail is the strategy that we suggest when you're using content that you've derived from the people also ask in Google. But there are many other ways to structure content and to structure blogs. This is just one example, and we'll link to additional resources that we've put together on best SEO practices and blogging best practices in the show notes to give you even more tips to follow. But let's start to wrap this up. Thank you for joining me for today's episode. Now you know how to use Google's People Also Ask feature to generate endless content ideas for your clinic. If you found this helpful, go ahead and try it out today. Type in a couple questions related to your field, look at the People Also Ask results, and write down 5 to 10 new content ideas that you could use for your website and social media. And if you want more SEO tips to grow your practice, make sure you subscribe to the Clinic Marketing Podcast. Thanks for tuning in, and I'll talk to you next time.
Thanks for tuning in to today's episode. Before you go, I've got something exciting to share. If you're ready to rank higher on Google and attract more patients, you're invited to a free workshop designed to help you dominate the first page of Google without spending a dime on ads. In this workshop, you'll learn proven SEO strategies to attract new patients, how to optimize your Google business profile for local search dominance, and the number one thing you can do today to boost your website performance in just 10 minutes. Plus, you'll receive a patient-centered SEO action plan, a free step-by-step guide to help you take action right away. Don't let your website fade into the background. Sign up now at propelyourcompany.com/learn. Again, that's propelyourcompany.com/learn. Spots are limited, so grab your seat today.